Why would you say that? Also, they know that their Discord's being read out. Look at this. Say hello to the fact freak. I'm not in there. I just get sent it, you absolute clampets. Imagine saying, Gemini, that Luke the Little Fibber, I stalk him. Interesting. Delusive puppies in pyjamas. It's no joking matter. This is how Luke the Judge lost his cult position. Lost his cult position. Ha! Fucking hell. I didn't know he'd applied for a job. I didn't realise he was filling a position. There isn't a Pearl Price section. There can be. His hips don't lie. Or they did lie. What? Anyway, enough about Luke the Judge's hips. Who started this bloody conversation anyway? I mean, we're confirming that the cult are as clapped as you would think they are. KG says, effing Sheila, man, oh my god, I ran out of Pampers, but Dave is a sniffer. Who's Luke, the fat-faced one? That's nice. No harassment though, not allowed. Somebody said thinks Luke's going through the menopause, the amount he sweats. And Luke the Judge stalks Angie. My god, honestly, these people are absolutely clapped, aren't they? Luke the Judge, this is an account called Sent from My iPhone. Luke the Judge has spoken to Angie on the phone and has said himself Angie is not okay. He can tell by her voice. This is Delusive Angie's Discord. They're now talking about the fact I'm reading it out and say I have terrible nails. I'm so upset. She has really been. Sent from iPhone says again, guys, Luke the Judge. Oh, that's the same bloody thing. Gemma Michelle, 1984. Imagine being that age and being in a cult. Luke the Judge has spooked to Angie and says she's okay. But Luke says Angie is definitely not okay. So he said she was okay, but she's not okay. I get it. What else? Shall we have a look at the misread folder? Misread. There we go. There's plenty about misread. Lauren said it was going to be misread and Luke's, I believe, but now it's just a random Discord server. Charlotte said, I asked misread to unblock me a couple of days ago when she was in Angie's life before that shit happened. She did not unblock me. I hope you're going to be alright with that. This is what these people, can you imagine? This is what they're doing all day, every day in this server. It's pathetic. Did anyone hear that misread called Purple Aki a P? Why isn't that being spoken about? Probably because it didn't fucking happen. I'm just gonna assume probably because it didn't fucking happen. Aggie said something about EQ, mentioned misread. That was a bit boring. Oh, Paula51X, who said that misread and everybody is their haters, comes back with this. Misread really is just a complete bitch to people, isn't she? Thank you, Edgy. Just ghost watching her. I can see why people don't like her. So you were blocked, but you're still watching her on a snide account again. And then Paula said, and after ghost watching EQ this morning, I think misread and her are mates. Paula's onto it. Paula's got the inside scoop. Honestly, these cult members have the intelligence of this table. Morning recap from Emma Catherine. Angie got into Red's box to talk about Canadian Angie. Then Billy jumps in after Angie and says she can't talk and is the biggest liar, and then calls her a bedroom slug. Angie then jumps. Thank you, Emma, for the breakdown. Thank you for the break. For those of you who missed it, this account's called Affected. What happened then? Who did Luke have in his box that's upset misread? Debs reckons misread and Luke are having it out on the phone. And then Sent from iPhone says, I'm sorry, but misread purposely played the wrong video and I've just been blocked. Yeehaw, bitch. Emma Catherine's back in with a comment, bullying each other. And Luke's hips. Why do they keep talking about Luke's hips? What's going on with Luke's hips? Why is the cult so obsessed with Luke's body parts? Is there something going on that hey, I don't know what that is, but that's cool as fuck. Thank you, Claire. Kind of suits me, the eyebrows especially. Bullying each other and Luke's hips, then lost track of the conversation. I got my hair done at 12 o'clock, so I missed an hour. I apologise for my delay. What? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares, pet. Nobody cares. Nobody knows who you are, alright? Fucking hell. There's another one, Kay. I'm watching Miss Red on outside, and I'm very patiently waiting if she would play screen recording from last night. But she sat there talking crap. Talking about Mr. TikTok again. Honestly, Paula's got a real issue with Miss Red. Paula 51. What else we got? Kay, oh, Claire, thank you so much. Thank you. Kay says, does anyone think Miss Red's funny? Question mark. Do I meant to laugh? I forgot. Ha ha ha. Do I meant to laugh? Right, okay, I'm just going to slow this down for you, cult member. It's, am I supposed to laugh, maybe? If you're having a job, like if you're going to burn somebody. You know, on Discord, right, you can hold your message and there's a button that says edit. So when you realise you've written like an absolute, you know, Wally, you can then correct it. And then Emma says, imagine Angie rocking up to Miss Red's. Imagine Angie leaving the fucking bedroom. Do you know what I mean? One second, I'm getting all the screenshots sent. Oh, I'm not really bothered what they're saying about me, you know. What did they say? Fact Freak, put the nail varnish down, mate, and you might get a girlfriend. Leave the pot pies alone. I love the pot pies, clearly. I'm fat. I needed you to tell me about it, and you're right. You know what? The nail varnish does piss off small-brained Amida. Like you. So I'm going to keep reading your Discord out. Fucking brilliant. So, HLC94X said, what's this about, bloody look? But he had a case against her. He's regarding what's said about Miss Red's granddaughter. Oh, Christ. Of course they're talking about people's kids. And this is a comment from Delusive Angie herself. Dark Angel, thank you so much. Because remember, Delusive Angie, she doesn't use Discord, doesn't know how to use Discord. That was one of her defences. Something on Pedlos, send his privates to women, manipulate his viewers, doing things when doing an autism debate, trolled Miss Red, Tony, makes accusation, preys on the vulnerable. So she's talking about Alex Brigham there, isn't she? And that's Delusive Angie herself posting that in her Discord. So she doesn't use the Discord, but she set all the rules up for her Discord and comments in it. What else we got? Was that Miss Red's? PLM. Let's see what they've been saying about PLM. Let's see what the geniuses are in there. Indigo Moon says, up again once she returns. She has to ride it out. Has to ride it out and show them all that she's made of tough stuff. She took on PLM. They are far worse than Alex, Corey, and everyone else put together. She took them on. She's not a fucking warrior. She got a bloody letter through her door, apparently, which she clearly wrote herself and she's bricking it. Steph, X_Steph_.